So there are 4 stages in business cycle, right? Incubations means you have less than 1 million turnover, right? And then after that, you are growing. Less than 3 million, you have expansions, 5 million, and scaling more than 10 million. These are for what? Services, right? Okay. For manufacturing or trading, you times 5 lah. Right? Why? Because services tougher, manpower, you don't have stock, right? So you have to hire more people, So that's why 5 times multiplier, okay? That's why in Vistage, they use this also 5 times. So 3 million for services, okay, but for manufacturing, for you to consider this category, times 5, 15 millions. Same thing lah. Because it's also food. But depends lah, what kind of so-called pricing you are selling, okay? Okay, yep. So F&B to have this not too difficult one also, you ask me, seriously. Normally, one shop, you don't have 1 million. Tough lah, you ask me. So you only start grow when maybe you have 3-4 shops. I call it growing. When you have expansions means what? You have at least 10 shops at least. This is called scaling means what? All the PC, VO coming together already. Okay. So now when you are in incubation, you talk about what? You talk about survival lah. You just to survive. And we call what? POC. Proof of concept. Understand? Proof of concept. You're not sure whether to make it or not. Right? So if you can survive to have more than 1 million, then you start to see some profit. For those who growing from small to big, like Samantha, you guys, definitely you go through this stage, right? Really just feel like something you want to do, right? But you're not sure whether this one going to make it or not, right? Then you only have second stage, growing lah. 3 million above, below. Above, you start growing lah, I call it, right? Growing. Means what? You start to have a team, maybe 30 people, okay? Right? See some money. You start to talk about what? Processes, culture. This one don't talk about culture, seriously, so not sure whether you survive next day or not, Seriously, yes or no? So for me, size matter lah, okay? Then you can start shaping them, right? Then, this one you can grow to 5 million services, not bad already, right, Eunice?
But how about those, the revenue is there, but the team size is not there, then we are caught in the middle.
So means what?
So the revenue is
there,
but the team size is
much lesser?
Yeah.
That's good news, right? Means more profit lah. That's a good problem, right? It's a good problem. You see, nowadays we are in the world that grow your revenue doesn't mean you need to grow your team, right? Especially for services, okay? You can have 10 times of the gaji or best lah. Yes or no, right? So this is just a benchmark lah. It's not a fixed rules. But I want to show you is like, there are these 4 stages that you have to go through. Once you expand, then, I tell you, that's why in manufacturing, I heard one of my Vistage friends say, Jeremy, I tell you what, manufacturing, die, must hit 50 million. Die. Why? After you got 50 million sales, I tell you, no more retail banking, or corporate SME banking, You talk about corporate banking, Understand? Means what? Facility given to you is totally different story already. This VVIP account special facility lah, only come in, Now you tak ada because too small. Just be frank, in corporate world, right? I tell you a story also. My clients, right? I used to be the CFO for Precast. So UOB Bank is our banker. UOB from where? Singapore, right? So the local branch manager talk to us lah. We owe them money right? So what? Regional presidents, all the big title one, area president. I still remember 5 of them cover us, ask for money talk lah. Talk. You say cannot like that lah. You must pay lah. Cannot delay anymore lah. Because we have a very strong holding company in Singapore. So my boss said, no worry, Jeremy, let me make a call. They call UOB HQ lah. Because the HQ, the holding in Singapore very big. They have a lot of facility. Then after that, whatever they say cannot end up say, I can. Then I learned one thing when a banker tell you cannot doesn't mean cannot. You speak to the wrong person You get my point You speak to the wrong person. You get my point? It's not cannot. Or you don't have enough muscle to flex. That's it. That's the reality. I really open up my eye, So, what I learned, everything can talk. When you have muscle, when speak to the right person, right? Now, so really, this is where the processes, culture, blah, 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 start coming in, right? And each stages, right, have your own challenges. Am I right? Each stages have your own challenges. Here, you really just talk about leadership, whatsoever, right? Here, then you need leadership teams. You need your leaders come. Otherwise, it's not possible go to this stage. Cannot one. Koya also one, right? Why? Because end up you notice only you. Right? Can you have more baby? Right? Then this is really the capital thingy have to come in already. Start coming in already. Okay? Then you only can scale up. Right? Now, the word called scaling. What it meant to you, Samantha? What is the meaning of scaling to you?
Personal point of view. I thought it's really to make our share valuable in terms of 1 + 1 = 3, 5, 8 instead of 2. So it's about really scaling in terms of we don't need to. It's no longer I do this, I get this. It's more than that.
Means a synergy lah. Can I say so? Or leverage?
Leveraging, collaboration.
Leverage. Okay. Ken, what else? Oh, it's okay. Sebastian, for you?
I never thought this far before. I don't know what it means.
Okay.
Heard before, sounds like a very amazing thing.
Buzzword.
Yeah, it's just concept.
Okay. How about you, Eunice? What is scaling meant for you? Is it difficult to scale?
I would say yes, at this stage, this is where we kind of like struggle now.
And what scaling meant for you?
Get the person's respecting person accountable for each of the aspect instead of one few person do all the things together. So
Okay.
I have a team that can manage.
Okay, it means you have a team to manage, right? Okay. Processes?
Yes, it's a good business. That must be in place. Yeah.
Right? Anyone want to add on? What is called scaling? Just stages first. I talk about stages. Why? Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Anything?
10x.
So what 10x meant for you?
What does that
Or how to 10x actually?
better processes in structure, in money.
Okay. Structure. Money. Important, right? No money, no talk lah. Okay. So I would say all correct. Okay. But one point that I want to stress is that before you want to scale, you really need to be clear who need to be in your team. What processes that is scalable. Scalable means what? You don't keep on changing, I tell you, during this stage, every month also got new changes lah. Boss go to attend class again. Oh, a new idea again. Yes or no? Wow, really afraid, why, Okay? Wow, you keep change, Walao way, keep changing one every day, every month, every quarter also change. Now you can use this craft explain to your team. You know why? Because of this stage. This stage is what? Continuous improvement, right? Until we get it right. Then we know that this team member we need, these processes is we need, this structure is what we need. Then we just 100 times, 1,000 times. Then you scale very fast. Okay, so you only get invested in when you don't need money, because people chase after you, right? And when the money come in, you know you can 10x or 20x because this model is scalable. It won't collapse. So to get to this, a lot of assumption hypothesis you have to keep proving it. Then you can launch, you can scale. Juice coffee, you see, good or not? Bush juice, Bush juice, no, Bush juice. I think they have 200 outlets. And then you know how much their revenue? You know Bush juice sell what? Juice only lor. But juice is 100 million turnover, But you see you can find them in the mall, right? I will say they are very good in picking the locations. Do you agree? Somehow you see them one. Means what? They find their model. Which mall to go? Where to put their place. And these are important benchmark for them. So when they're clear on this number, they just send the retail team, just go and pick, must be here, this location, must be this setup, must be spend this money only. This is called scaling already. So you don't need to think already. No more keep changing. These are the pro model, go and do it.
That's during scaling.
Yes. Yeah, that is scaling already.
During expansion, it's like, what the hell you need to...
I still need to get to the numbers, so to say. I still got fine tuning, right? So this is what I see. Okay?
But when you say fine tuning, does it mean like to review what your offerings as well is during this expansion phase?
Yes. I can tell you this, you just survive. Even if you make it, sometimes it's because of luck. Seriously. Seriously. Right? Until you hear, you are more stable. But sometimes you have to adjust again. Leadership team, your structure, right? Your customer experience, you still have to adjust, right? And from here, you kind of get a hang of it, right? And then settle down, you only can scale. But I tell you, a lot of people stuck here. It's a wall, invisible wall. In fact, each stage, you can see a wall here. So for me, it's playing a game. You can crack the first 1 million. Okay, next 3 million should be smooth one, I tell you. But when you hit the 3 million to up to the next 5 million, wow, so damn hard. You try. Fire a lot of people. From here, go to here, also another trying. Until here, okay, let me see. We call it what? Flywheel effect. It's not about whether you want to grow, Your team want to grow, Boss, no worry, I handle for you. You sit there. Don't block the way. You're the bottleneck. They will jalan. That's your dream, right? Yes or no? But that's why I say delegation is very important. If you think you are the only person that can do this job in the world, you can never grow. Right? So now it's really how to create this flywheel effect. They are more ready to grow. And all this is about numbers. I hope I give you a clearer picture now. Why you stuck at different stage. And you must crack that things, then you see a different thing. Like CKP also the same. So I need to have leaders, manager, how to manage them, how to lead them, how to set KPI. Right? Structure also changed many times. Jeremy got new idea again. Okay, so you are not the only one, right? You will have to get through this process. Okay? And you get it right, you see the numbers grow. Yes? We are in the so-called expansion stage, I will say. Grow expansion stage, basically. But for manufacturing, multiply by 5 times. Okay? Yeah. So, okay, okay. Okay, clear? I hope you know where you are now. Okay? Retail, I will say, same with manufacturing. Because you're selling product, Sell people, sell people, no. Sell our services is very tough, Because you have 24 hours. Now, that's why you see why services and manufacturing or retail got 5 times because we have something called limiting factor. How many hours you have? Will you have 26 hours? No. That's why God is fair, right? So that's why if you're one person, the maximum they can grow is only like that only. You know, maybe 10 times of the gaji lah. That's it lah. You cannot go beyond. But if you do trading, can you sell more? You can. You can sell online. So the limiting factor is what? Your money lah. Okay, back to your cash conversion cycle. How quick you get your money back. Right? So what's stopping you is called limiting factor. Go ask your accountant, what's my limiting factor? Okay, to stopping me from growing to next. Okay, clear? Good? Okay, good. So now we look at profitability ratio, a quick one, then we can do exercise already. Jason? All right, I want to say something, but I forget. It's okay, later on. Okay, I mentioned to you, gross profit margin, okay, it's very important. Means what? Your sales minus your cost of goods sold divided by sales, right? So no worry, we have a template for you. But now you need to get it right. So what is called cost of goods sold? Basically, it's a direct labor cost and material cost you incur, okay, in order for you to sell your product or to deliver your services. Now, do you have logistic costs? Yes. Now, you have 2 logistic costs actually, right? One is to bring in the stock into your warehouse. Am I right? Means if you import lah, yes. Right? One is you sell to your customer. All right? So, my question to you is, for import, the cost you incur for import and cost incur for sales for logistic. So, which one is considered cost of goods sold? Either this or both? How many think both? Raise your hand. Confidently. Okay. Who think only the cost you incur to bring in the stock? Raise your hand. Who think it's only this when you sell? Okay, that's why you're in services. No lah. So the answer is, the cost to bring the stock to your warehouse is only considered cost of sales. Why? Because without bringing the stock to your warehouse, you cannot pack your stock, and then sell, right? So from costing perspective, from account perspective, the import logistic cost is cost of sales. But the selling one, how you distribute using Shopee, Lazada, all these are overhead. Overhead, right? You don't lump them together. Yes, otherwise it's wrong. Okay, so that's why when you do measurement also, sometimes when you want to make decision, you put this under cost of sale, you koyak already lor. You should koyak. Your cost of sales is higher, right? So that's why you must separate it. Then you ask yourself, hey, since I pay so much to Grab, might as well I just set up my own logistic fleet. Make more sense. So this is how you see it. So that's why you must interpret the numbers correctly. Services, your manpower, right? Claim the one still okay, overhead lah. But your manpower gaji should be part of your cost of sales. For services, people say, hey, I have services, we got cost of goods sold. Wrong. Your cost of goods sold is those staff who directly involved in product delivery of services. Like for us, my outsourcing team will be my direct cost. And this is how I measure my margin. Okay? But all this is overhead lah. I don't count them in, basically. So you must be clear, services, your manpower should be part of the cost of sales. Okay? For if you're manufacturing all this, your direct labor incurred in producing the product must be cost of sales also. The one doing sales is overhead. So you don't lump everything together, A vet, hospital, the doctor, cost of sales. Okay, how many patients they can see in a day, or nurses, right? The front counter is overhead. Yes?
Speaking of which, backtrack a little bit, just now you mentioned the staff that for me to look at my services should be under the cost of goods.
Yes.
But with the accountant, when they do the statement, I mean the P&L to us, right, then actually part under the. So when we do it, then we have to do a little bit of adjustment or.
Yeah. So that's why I say we have 3 books. One is called management book. Management book for internal analysis one. Right? So I will just ask my accountant pack everything back. Right? Now the other one is called audited financial statement. This one a bit tricky, you know, because the auditors sometimes have their own preference, you know. Otherwise they don't want to sign a report. You ask me whether correct or not, sometimes it's arguable, you know. I got one client kena 100,000 tax penalty. Why? Because they are running F&B, you know. I ask you one question, upkeep of kitchen equipment is cost of sales or overhead? I repeat, means your upkeep of kitchen equipment, means your oven, your wok, you know, you have to upkeep them, right? Repair. So this is cost of sales or overhead? Okay, cost of sales, raise your hand.
Based on the theory just now.
Cost of sales, okay. Overhead? So the answer is supposed to be overhead. Because you sell the fried rice, right? The ingredient is a rice. That's it, right? The wok is just an equipment for you to deliver. You get my point, right? So he reclassified this as cost of sales. Maintenance also all overhead. Yeah, expenses. Because of that, the GP is only 40%. Then the tax officer say, hey, benchmark is like that. I suspect you run tax. Total sale multiple 10% plus penalty. Send him a letter. Wow, COVID time, you know. He want document. I said, how to give document? Clients in Singapore, you know. So I said, cannot be. I look at the account, then I look at disclosure notes. Oh, wrong classification. Then I photostat the audited account together with the explanation letter, send in. End up, you know what? Kosong. Yay! 100,000 wave, you know. And then I charge nothing, you know. I should take 20%. So that's why you see how important is the classification. Otherwise, you are interpret the wrong figures. Clear? So if you are doing manufacturing, you buy material, all these import costs, it should be your logistic costs, should be part of your cost of sales. But when you sell, it should be under your overhead. Services, people that directly incur in production of the services must be cost of sales. Other than that, it's overhead. That's why when the number's not right, no matter how you crack, also cannot get it right. Any questions? Clear? Okay, next. Net profit margin, very simple. Basically, your gross profit minus all the expenses, interest, and tax. This is what left in your pocket. All right? Clear? Next.
Sorry, Then commission.
Commission?
Commission. I mean, when we provide the service, right, then we also give out the commissions to the sales, right?
So when you want to give, back to your intention, why you want to give commissions?
Because of the sales that we deliver already.
I ask you one more time, why you want to give sales commissions?
As part of the compensation package.
Why you want to make it part of compensation package?
Retain them.
Retain them, right? But can you not giving? And still able to deliver services? Can, right? So means what? Your incentive is just your tools or mechanism to motivate your teams. Even you don't pay, you still have to deliver, right? Sales commission is expenses. You understand? So direct cost means you must incur, otherwise you cannot deliver the services. That's the key, right? So Eddie, you must buy the cheese flour right? And all these are your direct costs, basically. Yeah. Next. Okay. No problem on this part, right? Okay. Now liquidity is very important. So basically your current asset and current liability. Quick ratio is just current asset minus inventory out. That's why 1.5 times and 2 times. This is how liquid you are. In layman term means what? We say current ratio must be more than 2 in the sense that okay, this one I can just erase. I can erase, or you want to take photo? That's why I also always tell client, for any investment that you want to put in, right, look at which stage you are first. Otherwise, you'll incur the expenses too early. You incur the expenses too early, but you are not utilizing it. Okay, so really important to know which stage you are. Okay, for example, I say, oh, you just have 3 million revenue. Do you need a new big office or not? You're too early, right? You still haven't fine-tuned all these processes, right?